video I will explain you how to print this star pattern. So basically I am using Java language. I have created one class pattern program, and inside this class we have one main method. So inside this main method I have written code. So here I am using one for loop, and inside this for loop we have two other for loops and some extra code. Okay, so initially we are starting with integer row as a variable, integer star variable, and integer space variable. So what it means, so row is 5. What it means, we are printing this star for the 5 times. That's why we have taken this row is equal to 5. So for each row we have different spaces and stars. So integer star is equal to 1, because on the first row if you see we have only one star. That's why I have taken star is equal to 1, and space is equal to 4, because we have 4 spaces, which means if you see here 5 minus 1 means 4 spaces, right? Okay, so that's why I have taken space is equal to 4. Okay, so let's see inside this for loop what we have. Integer I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to row I plus plus, which means it will execute for the 5 times, and for each iteration we will print this code, this kind of code. Okay, so it will execute the outer for loop for the 5 times. For each iteration we have these for loops. So we have two for loops inside the outer for loop, that is for integer k is equal to 0, k less than space, k plus plus, and inside this for loop we have system dot out dot print space. So okay, what this for loop is doing, basically it is printing space based upon the number of row. So initially we have space is equal to 4, so it will print space 4 times. So space is 4, so the loop will execute for the 4 times and it will print 4 spaces, and then second for loop will execute, which is star for loop. Here j is equal to 0, j less than star, j plus plus, and system dot out dot print print star. So initially star value is 1, so it will print 1, so 1 star. So after 4 spaces we are printing 1 star. So that's how. And after this execution of the second for loop we want to change the row, so that's why we are using system dot out dot print ln, and we want to increase count of star from 1 to 2 on the second row. That's why we are using star plus plus, and we want to reduce the space. That's why space minus minus. So this is our total code, and for the second iteration it will print star for the 2 times and space only for the 3 times. It will print the space for the 3 times, then we have star. So one thing you have to keep in mind is, whatever it's on the first time, so it's firstly it's printing star space. That's why we have kept this for loop for the first time, and that's why we have space for loop for the first, and then for the star for loop. Okay, let's execute the code and check whether we have written the code correctly, and it should print the given pattern exactly the same. Yes, the it's printing correctly. Yeah, this is how we can print the star patterns. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.